Hello everyone, happy Tuesday and welcome to tonight's stream where we are going to be jumping into the long dark to finally get into the years in the making last episode of the Wintermute story. I am so excited to get into this. I think that I played, I know I played through the episodes 1 through 4 on the channel, but I think it's been 2 years since we finished with that. And now we can finally see where the story ends. I'm guessing that there's probably going to be a little recap. I did post in the Discord the 15-minute story recap that Hinterland had put out. But I'm hoping there's going to be a little blurb because it has been so long to kind of catch us up on where we left off in this. Let me say hello to everybody and then we are going to get into that. Kevin, TR, Bill, Marisol, Zalamug, Sarah, Wander, Archer, Bran, welcome. It's good to see you. Smokey, welcome. Lily, good to see you. I think that's everybody. If I missed you, let me know. There we go. Okay, so we're jumping into episode 5, The Light at the End of All Things. Hopefully the sound is good. I mean, we've streamed this game before, so I didn't mess with it too much, but I didn't want to actually start it.
Awesome!
Hey, Kevin, thank you so much for continuing to be a member. I didn't want to start it and then, see all this stuff before I was streaming it. I want to see it all with you guys. So let's see. Separated by events on Great Bear Island, Astrid and Makenzie struggle to make sense of the quiet apocalypse. In Perseverance Mills, Astrid investigates the quarantine established in the remote town. Lost in the wilderness with Jace, Makenzie pushes on to deliver the Wintermute message to Dr. Atwood. Will they finally uncover the mystery of the Aurora and what it means for the world? So we kind of took turns playing between Makenzie and Astrid through the other episodes. In episode 5, we'll be playing as both of them off and on. Between the chapters of the episode. We'll switch back and forth between Astrid and Makenzie. So this episode takes place over a much bigger area of the map. Because right now they're in completely separate places. So we're going to be covering a lot of ground in this one from what I understand. So let's hit start, see where we go. Capable, oh yeah, we got to choose our difficulty. Let's see. Equal parts story. I think that's what we always do, is just capable survivor. Ardent survivor, you want a good story, but you also want a more extreme survival challenge along the way. Hostile wildlife is common and will hunt you down. All survival elements are tuned to be particularly challenging. I feel like this is probably Voyager difficulty, which is the standard. And this one's probably Stalker. I don't think it would be Interloper. Probably Stalker. We're just going to play on Capable Survivor. Story mode's a lot more forgiving because if you die, you just kind of load back to a certain point. It's not like in survival mode where it's permadeath and you lose your whole save file. So we're still just going to stick with Capable Survivor though. Hey, Christy, good to see you. Sure.
I need your help.
Oh, good.
There's
Recap.
an isolated community in the northern part of Great Bear. Someone there is very sick.
What's in the case?
See, there's that thing about no questions, remember?
I'm looking for my friend. She was with me when my plane crashed.
I seem to recall a town somewhere up north, far. What was it called?
Hello? Is this the radio station at Perseverance Mills? Ask for Atwood.
Atwood. Got it. What's the message?
Wintermute.
I have wandered these paths a long time, friend. I was a walker, now I'm a watcher.
What's in the case?
I have no idea.
What is in the case?
They're all gonna pay now, Astrid.
Who are?
All of them. We've been in the background, in the shadows, invisible, overlooked for too long.
Well, well. Look what my guys found while investigating the old parts of the prison. Someone is seriously fucking with me.
Wake up, man. This is all about Donna. Don't you get that?
Astrid, you came. You said you would, and you did. But where is the case? Where is the cure?
Uh-oh. Part 1, Perseverance. That was a good little recap. Much shorter than like the longer video they put out, but it covered the key points, I think. Okay, so we're Astrid first, I guess. So little kids could do the classic little kid thing and just stare at her.
Jack?
It's weird to see one of these houses like still look really nice. Hey, Pacific.
Thank you for coming. I didn't dare to hope, but when I saw your face in that canoe, I wasn't sure if it was too late.
Where?
Oh, this is my home. You made it. To Perseverance Mills.
I woke up and I thought I saw a child.
God, I wish it were true, but I can't see how.
It was a ghost child?
My little sweet Freya. It's gotten worse since we last spoke. She's been asleep like this for days now. She comes out of it once in a while and seems completely lost. The other night I woke up and she was standing on the porch, door wide open, like she was going to take a walk. She was freezing, but she wasn't awake. It was like sleepwalking.
We knew these symptoms might come.
Did you bring the treatment you promised?
I did bring them, but on the way here, the plane came down in the mountains. I got separated from Makenzie. I'm sure he has the meds, and I know he's trying to get to us. We just need time. He'll get here.
Astrid, I'm not sure we have the time. Whatever happened to Freya seems to be affecting others in Perseverance. Dr. Larson set up a quarantine about a week ago when the power first went out. But he's gone missing, and the whole town is afraid.
Quarantine?
Yeah. He thinks whatever is going on might be contagious. We've been trying to reach other towns on the radio, but nobody's responding.
Something's happened to the power. But also, it's more than that. I can't explain it yet, but it feels big.
People are getting frantic. Most are scared to leave their homes. Some are talking about breaking quarantine.
The doctor must have had a good reason for establishing it. If it is something contagious, we need to keep it from spreading further.
I think we have bigger problems. People have gone missing, and a couple have turned up dead. Some people are saying there's a killer from out of town, preying on people, catching them out in the forest, strangling them, drowning them. There are all kinds of crazy theories. Everyone is scared, and nobody's thinking too straight.
It sounds like the doctor may have had some ideas. Where can I find his clinic?
It's near the center of town. Not far from Cooper's Blind, the bar.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
Be careful, Astrid. Freya's counting on you.
No pressure. I'm confused about the timeline of this story, because she just said when the power went out a week ago. Has all of this happened over the course of a week? That feels like more time has passed. I'd be really surprised. I don't know. Maybe it just feels longer, right? That's a really long week. If you think about all the stuff that happened, plane crash. Oh, there's Makenzie. The whole prison thing. Making it all the way across the map. And granted, some of it was taking place, like, you know, at the same time, right? Like when we played Astrid, that was overlapping time with the time that we played Makenzie. But still, it feels like significantly longer than a week. I needed the recap too because I completely forgot who Jace was as a character. Hey Claudette, good to see you. When I read the thing about Makenzie being in the wilderness with Jace, I was like, I don't even remember who that is. I don't remember who that is. The video was funny because it just brought you back to some of the moments, like Molly from Pleasant Valley, who was super sketchy. Then we found her dead husband in the basement, and she was the one who kept calling us. Fun times. All right, here we are. So Yang, I'm guessing that's, yep, the house. Investigate Dr. Larson's whereabouts. Oh yeah, story mode. We get the map. We get the map. Forgot about that. All right, what have we... Why has this got an exclamation point on it? What do we have on us? A little bit of water, some matches, a granola bar. All of our stuff's in good condition, so that's nice. Okay. This is like, yeah, Astrid's toque, Astrid's gloves. These are all clothes that you can't find in story mode. They're like specific Astrid things. Alright, off we go. I haven't played this in a while. Went down a rabbit hole on like just the survival mode, probably I don't know, a couple months ago? Just playing the heck out of survival mode for a while. Yes, the game is like super on sale at the moment, if anyone is interested in picking it up. Super on sale. Can we go in? Oh yeah, we can. We want to get sidetracked? We go in this random house. I don't remember what happened to Molly either. Mucklucks.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
We're gonna get encumbered immediately, by the way. See, this is what I'm used to seeing, right? Like the super broken house. Some tea.
Looks like this has been here a while.
Some fish. It does seem a little bit odder to have like these really broken down houses in the town where people are still supposed to be. Yeah, it's like, they call it the quiet apocalypse. There was some type of like geomagnetic disaster that cut everything off, so there's no power. But there's these weird auroras that happen that like mess with the electricity and it makes all the animals crazy. So the general gist of the story is that Astrid was here trying to bring the cure for whatever sickness is happening to her friend. And the plane crashed. So the last couple episodes of the story have basically just been Astrid and her ex-husband Makenzie just trying to get through the wilderness. Do we search the fridge? Nope.
Okay.
Take the fish. Oh, we have a stink squiggle. There's a lot of water in here. Oh, journal. Okay. Investigate the whereabouts. Yeah, we'll get back to that. We're only going to loot this one. We're only looting this one house, and then we're going to get on track. I feel like my mouse sensitivity is really high compared to other times I've played this.
This'll come in handy.
I don't know how much we really have to worry about, like, our clothes. Urban parka. Heavy, but that's warm. I was kind of tempted to play the story again from scratch just to, like, really refresh myself.
Hope nobody
But it's like
needs this
a
anymore.
38-hour story-ish. And that's, like, according to Hinterland, so it'd probably take me longer. I don't remember how long it took me the first time. There were a couple times that I spent, lost and confused. I know that's hard to imagine. But I did spend a decent amount of time just lost. I feel like we're probably pretty safe from, like, wildlife. I want to say that we probably are. That house has a flag. Houses with the flags usually have, like, a better setup inside. But can we go in this one? No, we can't. Okay. Flag is a lie. Shelter here. Okay, this is Cooper's blinds. But the doctor's place is over there. Yeah, the crash plane. I think the worst part for me, in addition to the plane crash survivors and the Timberwolves, would be the bear cave. Missing people printouts.
So many of the locals have gone missing.
Oh, dogs and cats, too. I kind of want to go in there. Let's go to the doctor's office first. I spent so much time lost in that stupid bear cave. So much time. Watch a wolf just pop out of nowhere because I'm walking through this like, oh, there's going to be nothing in town. We're totally safe. Totally safe. And then it's going to be a bear. Or a wolf. Hey, Pi, good to see you.
Where did they all go?
Where did they all go? Oh. Oh, right here. So I walked right past it. Why does the medical clinic have a fridge outside?
People missing. All over Great Bear.
Let's see. Handwritten note. Reminder. In case of absence, if you need to use first aid supplies, Cooper keeps a spare key to the clinic. Please write down what supplies you use so I can replace them. Remember to bring the key back to Cooper's. For serious injuries and emergencies, Jane and Gary are your first responders' point of contact. Thanks, Dr. Larson. Okay, so we have to go get the key. So we probably should have stopped in at Cooper's. That's a fake door. Moose Cave would be scary. We did learn that moose are aggressive. Moose are not friends. I picked up all that stuff, but I didn't take even a moment to assess if it's, like, better than what I have or if I need any of it. My temperature's getting pretty low, so I really should probably assess. Yeah, what we have here is better. We're already wearing the parka. That's barely any difference. The mucklucks are worse. Okay, yeah, we're actually in the best stuff we could be in anyway. Also probably could have done that inside, not standing outside, but, you know, whatever.
Damn quarantine. What the hell was Larson thinking?
Well, what's he supposed to do? People are scared.
Is a quarantine supposed to make us feel better?
Quarantine from what? We're the only ones out here.
Exactly. And where did he even go?
Not sure. But it's not like him to just disappear.
That's a good point, like, what they're quarantining from. Like, obviously not each other. Oh, this must be Cooper over here.
Ah, welcome to Cooper's. Haven't seen you around here before.
Right. I've been staying with a friend.
Ah, right. You're Jane's friend from the mainland. The one from the canoe. You feeling any better?
Yes, thank you. I'm looking for the doctor, Larson. Any idea where I can find him?
Well, you're not the only one looking for the man. The good doctor set up a quarantine here, what, a couple of weeks ago now? After everything stopped working. Said strange things were happening. People going missing, weird stuff. I'm not sure. He's usually such a level-headed guy. It's not like him to just disappear in the middle of all this.
When was the last time anyone saw him?
It's been days at least. It's a bit hard to keep track, honestly. Every day another refugee from the cold, or 3, showing up and camping out here at the bar.
I'm sure they appreciate having a safe place to stay.
Well, most of them wouldn't stoop low enough to pass the threshold in good times, but I don't hold it against them. I'm happy to be able to help, as long as there's wood for the fireplace and booze for the patrons, that is. At least I don't expect the wood to run out.
Well, if you have any suggestions for where I can start looking for Dr. Larson.
His clinic is just up the street. He leaves a spare key at the bar in case of emergencies. I'm sure he wouldn't mind giving a friend of Jane's a chance to look around. He's almost family to them after all those hours sitting by Freya's bedside.
Thanks. I'll start there.
Might be worth taking a look at the Constable's office, and the co-op too. This is a small town, so news and drama tend to show up in those places first.
Got it. Thanks.
Stay safe out there. And watch out for the mill workers. Someone tried to burn the place down about a week ago. They're convinced it's the same person running around murdering people in their sleep. So they're a bit on edge.
You don't sound like you believe in the murderer theory.
Not my place to say. I mostly listen to people and keep my opinions to myself. I will say that I've lived here for years. A remote place like this is dangerous by nature. We're always only one careless step away from a very bad situation. It can bring out the worst in people.
Thanks for the key. I'll bring it back when I'm finished.
You stay safe out there. And if you get too cold, feel free to come back to warm up a bit. I'll keep the fire going as long as I can.
Thanks. I'll be careful.
Yeah, for a place in quarantine, they're remarkably, like, not suspicious.
Hear about Martin? Jen said she woke up and he was just gone.
Martin's just gone.
Gone? What does that even mean?
Like, just gone. She woke up, and he was out of the bed. The house was freezing. She went looking for him downstairs. Found the front door wide open.
Oh, man. Not another one.
Walked out the front door. Okay. Alright, so where are these other places? Co-op is on the way there, and then the Constable's is a little bit further. And then the mill is up there, really far up there. Alright, so let's start with the co-op. We'll just go down the street. It doesn't seem like this place is very big. As far as like long dark maps are concerned. I guess there's this weird little path. Gas station. Co-op. No cash. Find clues at the co-op. Okay. Post office. This is fun. Like all the little sale signs. Like this is... We've been in a lot of little stores on Great Bear Island. No more cash. But this one is like... Ooh, bullets. Ask about barter and trade. Ooh. An MRE and some syrup. Handwritten prescription. Patient Jacob D. Recommendations for sleepwalking. Take 1 antidepressant pill before bed. Lock all doors and windows in the house before going to bed. Give Martha the keys. Ask Martha to wake you up before the time the episode usually happens. Wear earplugs if you feel that the ocean is too loud at night. Is that who they just said was missing? Jacob? I feel like that's who they were just talking about. Our air fresheners. What we're looking for, you know? Like, what clue are we supposed to find? Where the doctor would be, I know, is like the main objective, but like... I was kind of expecting there to be a person here. Apples? Them apples? Empty boxes. Bathroom.
I think I can use this.
And this is probably right back outside, so... Find clues at the co-op. There's one clue in here, apparently. Map? Kind of moving around, looking to see... teddy bears. Baseballs. Glasses.
I'll take it.
No, I'm not. Did we look at, like, the computer desk? Kind of did. That's what I was thinking, is it's probably a note. As we search through here. Try to move the mouse around to see if it triggers on anything that we can interact with. It's a new spot. And story mode. So I feel like it's harder to tell just offhand what you'll be able to interact with. Nothing in the mailboxes. Nothing different on the missing persons boards. I was kind of thinking that maybe that prescription note would be the clue. But it wasn't. Radio. We'll take the prescription. Oh. Okay. We actually did take the prescription. We read it, but we didn't pick it up. Because I usually just kind of read those notes and then leave them. But we had to actually pick it up and take it with us. So on to the next location. That's a good reminder. So anything we find, we need to actually pick it up, not just look at it and put it back. Otherwise, we'll spend a lot of time spinning in circles. It's in my handy dandy notebook. All right, now we can go in here. Now we can go in here. Okay. Can I take this lantern? No. It's weird that it's just on. Okay, so there are 3 clues at the clinic. Three clinic clues. I like the attention to detail that this is more of the style of filing cabinet you'd expect to see. Oh, there's a lot of little lanterns.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
I don't need the Aquapure. This is fun. I mean, not really. Imagine just walking in and it's just like, boom, exam room. Right as you come in the door. I don't think we'll find clues in drawers and cabinets, but we might find other stuff, so... Water. We'll be well stocked on bandages by the time we're through here. Probably enough for it to encumber me. There's so much water, and it feels bad to leave it all behind. Dr. Larson's clipboard.
I have no rational explanation for my patient's altered presentation. All that is left is the irrational, and I do not want to go down that road quite yet. Ever since the night we lost power, everyone has looked to me for an answer. But my limited journals are useless without a connection to the mainland. I will press on, but I fear it is time to involve law enforcement. In whatever fashion the law remains on this tragic island in the middle of this catastrophe. Doing my duty, I will pursue the leads that I can, as I can. I have enlisted the local constable as well. He is here lately on his usual rotation, if also eager to leave once he saw the basic quarantine I pushed for. But he is hardy, and he seems dependable enough. We will see.
Okay. Family. Soda. Brass key. The tag says gun locker. Okay. Note from Dr. Larson. Keep locked. See Dr. Larson or Constable Pete for access. In different handwriting, keep the windows open. Okay. Interesting. I'm guessing that was clues 1 and 2.
So detailed, yet vague. You can tell he wasn't really sure how to interpret his own observations.
Clipboard with medical documents, a bunch of brain scans and notes. Brain scans received for patients Jacob D, Claudia R, Freya W, Ben T. We already know Jacob was the one from the prescription. The results are consistent with early signs of dementia, which can be expected in elderly patients. What I don't understand is how you find the exact same symptoms in children. It cannot be dementia, not this sudden, and with several cases in town appearing just months apart. A virus having similar effects? Contaminated water, perhaps? Whatever this is, it seems to be affecting weaker, fragile people, for now at least. My diagnostic tools remain inadequate for this strange malady. Okay.
Some of these findings feel familiar.
Okay, we completed finding clues. So next step is the Constable's office. And let's drink... have a soda. We could use the calories too. Do we have a sleeping bag? Yeah, we do. We have a bedroll. Okay. I thought about like where we're gonna bunk down. Guessing it's that green building because it looked like it was right around the corner.
Why are all these people missing?
Next visits. Yeah, okay. Find clues. There are 3 clues here as well. Oh, this one's got a nice setup. Cooking pots. We want that.
This'll come in handy.
Opener. Accelerant. Oh, I see that note on the floor right there. I stepped right over it. But I see it now. I wonder if they've incorporated any of the survival mode stuff that they've added. Like the cooking recipes or the salt or just new foods in general, oats and stuff. I'm going to look at... I was going to say, there was somewhere it used to show you... Oh, collections. Okay, notes and keys. What I know. People, places, things, and actions. Okay, cool. So we do a little handy-dandy notebook of information and then our own notes that we can put in. Oh yeah, read the note. Dear Constable Pete, please find me when you can. My husband Martin has gone missing. Okay, no, it's Martin that's gone missing. It happened last Friday. I woke up and he was gone. The front door was wide open, snow all over the carpet, and he didn't even take his coat. It's not like him to leave without saying anything, but he's be sleepwalking these past few weeks. I hope you find this note very soon. Please contact me when you're back. Jen. An old logbook. Last entry. I'm heading out on a grid search. None of the locals have offered to help. And these blasted lights in the sky keep coming and going. Power only comes back at random. The local doctor's quarantine is sitting heavy with them, I think. They want to break out as much as hole up at home. And now the doctor has vanished, along with what looks like half his patient summaries. I'm heading up the riverway into the wildlands. There's a boat the previous constable stashed up there at the old launch on the far bank before the choke point into town. The plan is to use it to go downriver and return to the coast if things go bad. No radios, no GPS, no backup, no choice. Signing off. Okay. Ooh, jail cells. Oh. Ah, gun locker. Haha. Revolver. Perfect. We have a weapon. Fake door. Okay. Lots of fire logs. But sure. Oh, wool socks.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Wool socks are better. A handwritten note. Note from Dr. Larson. Dear Constable Pete, I've conducted autopsies on our last 2 victims. Again, saltwater in the lungs. Please come to the morgue whenever is convenient and we can discuss more. I'll also need you to sign the paperwork in order to release the bodies to the families. Dr. Larson. Garage key. Oh, is that where the... Okay, one on the tag, the word garage is crossed out, replaced by morgue. That's that door we couldn't get into at the clinic. That's a lot of fire logs, but fire logs are very heavy. How encumbered are we right now? We still have 11 pounds.
I think I can use this.
We'll take 2 fire logs. It'll be great. Coffee. Tactical gloves. Ooh. Flare gun. Okay.
I'll take it.
We're gonna start like breaking some of this stuff down. Doing all of that. It was a sweater. The red on the shelf was just a sweatshirt. It's not better than the clothes we have, so I just kind of walked right past it. What time of day? We can head back to the clinic. Oh yeah, it's just noontime. Let's go back and go into the morgue. Because that sounds like a fun afternoon activity. Yeah.
Okay, an improvised morgue. Looks like Dr. Larson did his best to maintain some kind of quarantine protocol for these bodies. It couldn't have been easy for him, being in such a remote location. Well, this stuff will come in handy.
It didn't seem like I could open the other cell. I walked up to it and didn't have the interaction thing. Hey, it's good to see you. First time seeing the game, thought it was some type of survival game. It is. There's two modes to the game. There's a survival mode and a story mode. So this is the last chapter of story that just came out. But yeah, it is also just like open world survival in addition to this story.
This'll come in handy.
Can do anything with the actual bodies? No, it's probably for the best. Okay, handwritten note. Constable Pete, I hope you find this note. I don't know how to contact you while you're away. I know you tell me to wait for you to handle it, but I can't lose another patient. They've all trusted me, but with Jacob, I thought there was still a chance to bring him back from wherever this syndrome has taken him. And there's still a chance someone is out there preying on these poor people deliberately. I've only started to see a faint pattern to connect the dots. I can see now that for each of them, it started with insomnia, confusion, weird dreams. I was the only one who could see that connection, and I saw it too late. Now more people are missing. I'm afraid it's spreading. Completed objective. Okay, so it looks like we just have to go up to the mill to finish the check out all the key locations thing. What if it's the doctor that's the murderer and he's covering up his murders by having a morgue in his garage? Plot twist. Church up on the hill. Should probably load the gun just so it's ready if we need to use it. As we head up out of the actual town. Same thing for this thing. Let's actually load it. Not going to carry it around though, because then I'll shoot something that I don't need to or want to shoot. I don't need to be shooting random things when I'm attempting to loot. It's a real problem. Am I on the right path? Not at all. I missed my turn. We were supposed to turn back here, and I missed it. One of my favorite things about story mode is that we get the whole map. We get the whole map right off the bat with marked POIs. I enjoy that. I enjoy that quite a bit. the lighthouse here. Perseverance Mills. I'm curious to see what, if any, part of these maps gets into the story mode, or I'm sorry, survival mode. They did address it and say that a lot of the POIs from the story just wouldn't work because of the way they're designed and the way they play into the story. But like this little town, I'm just curious to see if it ever ends up added in.
Hey, what do you want?
Hi there.
That guy has
I'm just looking around.
Very
Well, don't be
patchy
doing that.
beard.
Easy, Jean. She looks harmless enough.
Trust no one, that's what I say.
You guys guarding the mill?
Yeah, can't be too careful.
You're obviously new here, so let me fill you in on the situation. Someone's been going around murdering people, and that same someone is trying to burn the mill to the ground.
Come on, Jean. You sound so paranoid right now.
How else do you explain what's going on here?
Could it be that the events are unrelated?
Events? Unrelated? What are you, a cop?
A doctor, actually.
You a friend of Larson's?
No, I hear he's gone missing.
Yeah, missing. Like all the others. And the dogs.
Holy shit, Jean. You're too much.
What? You think it's all some kind of coincidence?
I mean, I don't know, but it seems a bit far-fetched.
Can I take a look around? Maybe I can help figure out what happened.
No way, lady. Nobody's getting through these gates. Not until whatever crazy asshole out there is behind bars. Or even better.
Hell, Jean. When did you get so bloodthirsty?
Look, nobody messes with the mill. Nobody. Without this place, we have nothing. No reason to be here. The town would just disappear.
You're so dramatic.
I'll leave you to it.
Be careful out there, lady. Weird shit is happening.
I'm sure everything will go back to normal once the power comes back on.
Yeah, and I plan to make sure there's still a mill left when that happens.
I'm telling you, you have to stop listening to all that paranoid conspiracy shit Terry's always raving about on his radio show.
Radio show?
Yeah, Terry runs his own personal radio station out of the old radio hut above town. Mostly plays music, but occasionally when he's been smoking a bit too much, well, let's just say things get a little crazy with his theories.
Listen, that guy knows what he's talking about.
No, that guy thinks he's living in the X-Files or something.
Trust no one!
Come on, man.
Trust no one.
The way he just turned to stare at me.
Okay. So Larson and the Constable both left town looking for the missing townsfolk. Each of them is a piece of the puzzle of what's going on in Perseverance Mills.
We got an achievement
find them.
for exploring Perseverance Mills. So going to all the POIs. Okay. Find the Constable along the river. Find a missing patient. And find a missing person in the wilds. Okay, so the wilds are a separate section. Okay, so it's a map transition area down here off the main road. Okay, so yeah, that only took like, what, 45 minutes? To get our first achievement for exploring a town? There's obviously a ton of these buildings. I don't know how many more we could have gone into, but we don't really need anything right now. So we're going to keep it moving. I don't think that these people have grasped that, like, I don't think there's any coming back from this. I don't think that things are just going to go back to normal. All right, the sun is going down, so maybe we should hang out. The police office, I think, had the best, like, setup, so we're not sleeping on the ground. Got a nice bed, little fireplace. Oh, it did have the 6-burner stove. If we felt like cooking anything. Do we feel like cooking anything, is the question. Alright, that's in really good shape. These tactical gloves are better than Astrid's gloves. We don't have leather to repair them, but we can get leather by harvesting these gloves. And to be able to repair these ones. Hopefully. Not sure what our repair skill is. Okay, we got them up to 91, which 2.5 degrees. They weigh a lot more, but significantly warmer. All right, the kids are here to say goodnight, so we're going to pause this, and I will be right back. All right, we're back. Kiddo and Minnie Blue both say goodnight. And let's go back to looking at what we've got in here. So we don't need to be carrying a bunch of these extra things around, right? Like if we look here, we're carrying the mucklucks. We don't need to. Our boots are better. We don't need to be carrying this. We're already wearing... no, we're not, actually. We're not wearing the best pair of socks. This one is slightly better. Can I repair it? Nope, because I don't have any cloth. So let's rip up some of these bad socks. Time to start ripping up the clothes. Now, can I repair this? All right, that gets that up to 100. Perfect. Harvest this pair of pants and then hopefully fix the other pair of pants. You're at 52 now. The sun's going down though. Okay. Got it up to 85. Perfect. Okay. It's a little shockingly bright for how dark it's getting. Tinder plug, fire log, start the fire. We're gonna cook the fish so we don't go out into the wilderness with a stink squiggle. Feels like a good plan. I'm hoping we're decently, like, skilled. I don't know. I don't remember Astrid and Makenzie having skills to worry about. All right, let's put that down, and then we're gonna cook a rainbow trout. 37 minutes. Let's also cook the raw rabbits. 34 minutes. We could make some water. Got the can. Feels like we should always be making water, you know? 14 minutes, 15 minutes. 1 minute. Okay. Pick these things up before I forget them. All right, now we're going to grab some torches. Because we don't have a lantern or any other way to get light once we're out and about. I'm just going to grab a couple. I'm not encumbered yet. They're all pretty crappy. These are all really crappy torches, actually. But while we have the fire left, we'll do that. Now, let's go over here. It is really bright. What can we eat? Let's eat the fish. Then the rabbits. And then the other fish. Okay, perfect. So that should be everything that was stinking us up. Yep, no stink squiggles. The torch away so I don't accidentally light it. Let's sleep for 10 hours? I can't remember if it'll let me sleep longer in story mode. Certain modes you can sleep even once you're like fully rested. Okay, almost morning. Again, shockingly bright in here. Not complaining. Let's eat this condensed milk that's at only 23% and hope we don't get food poisoning. Because we're thirsty and we're hungry. Hey. How dark is it outside? Pretty dark. Sounds creepy out here. It's the wind. Is it the wind? I don't know. It sounds scary. It's gonna be super cold right first thing in the morning, so let's see if there's anything else we can do in our bag. Not sure why this is doing like the exclamation mark. We have new things in here. We still don't know anything about any people, places, things, or actions. We know nothing. Let's craft some tinder plugs out of this wood paper that we're carrying around. Maybe that's why it's like that, because we have things that we can craft. All the paper. Nope. It's still there, so I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why certain things are exclamation pointing and others are not. So we're going all the way down to Cooper's and then turning right. Might just be the wind, but I don't know. It sounds creepier here. You're not wrong, Archer. They have a great shoveling service taking care of all the snowdrifts here. Can you imagine if you had to, like, dig yourself out of stuff, too? Okay, so this way... Population 101. Minus a few recently. Straightforward. Okay. Yeah, no slipping and falling on the ice. Falling through some ice if you're not careful. Really? As we're just talking about snow not being a problem, why can I not walk over that? Okay. That snowdrift was a problem. Maybe it wasn't supposed to be. Perseverance Wilds. All right, let's see. The Wilds. Some rivers. Isn't that where we're supposed to find one of them? Along the river. Okay, well, there's two rivers. This one looks more rivery. I know, we're already less than half temperature. I can already tell I'm going to be ignoring my stats more than I probably should. I know, really cold. You're right. It's 3 down arrows. And we are wearing good gear. What is our... Feels like negative 20, even with our clothing. Warp bonus is 25. And it still feels like negative 20. It is cold here. It is very cold here. We'll start to take some damage from that.
Sure getting cold.
Yes, I know. Windy, though, so we gotta find somewhere with a wind block. It doesn't look like there's any... buildings on the map. Doesn't seem to be anything to go inside of. Just want my fire to blow out immediately. Aha. We're protected from the wind right here. Tinder plug. Oh, we gotta pick up some stuff. We only have those 2 fire logs. We gotta find some sticks. Oh, we failed.
Come on, little fire.
I should have lit the torch. Yeah, we're gonna light the torch.
Come on, little fire.
If you light the torch and then try to use the torch to light the fire, then you're not going to keep wasting all your matches. Now watch, we're going to get it on the first try this time. Nope. Wow,
Come on, little fire.
Really bad at this. Like, really, really bad at this.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
We have coffee and we have tea, so we'll probably heat up a drink. Okay, we've got 2 hours on this fire. We're going to make some water. I don't want to get too far away, but we do need sticks. Aha, a stick. 1 single stick. We'll take it. There's some of the bigger branches I could break down, but I don't want to take that much time away from the fire. Even just that little jaunt brought us right back to being very, very cold. Yeah, the canoe ride lost our ability. Okay, we've got water. Let's cook some coffee. And let's cook an herbal tea. We're not that hungry, so I'm not going to warm up food. Okay. Sun's up a little higher. It's always coldest, like, right first thing in the morning. Pick these things up so we don't lose them. Let's drink the hot... Let's go with the coffee. Give us a little bit of a warmth buff. And then, since we're right here, I'm going to grab some torches. And we'll head back off. We can always break down the torches later for sticks, too. It's still 3 down arrows level cold over here. There's a wolf up there. Torch will protect us from that. We don't have any rocks, but we do have the guns that we can use to scare off this wolf. There's some bunnies over there. I don't really have a clue, like, where these people are, so we're sticking to the road because it's going to take us closer to the river. Ooh, dramatic music. Come on. I hate when they run towards you like that because it very much looks like you're about to get eaten. Very much appears like they're going to eat your face off. There's another wolf down there. There is a building down there. Head that way? Let's head that way. We want another torch. We're going to chain our torches. We're going to light the next torch off of this torch. We'll scare this wolf away. The deer up on the hill. And this is like the regular game mode with like, hello friends. Okay, you're scared. Uh-oh. Oh, it's you. Like, where did that howl come from? Okay, so it's not quite a building. I mean, it kind of is, but it's more of a little shed thing. Anything interesting in the little shed? Another can. Ooh, a knife. That's handy. Some coal. Take that. Another flare. A bed if we needed to sleep in it. Which we don't. Alright, let's keep going along here. That'll take us to the river if we keep going this way, seems like. And we'll keep chaining our torches as long as we can with the wolves out. Six. All coming back to me now. It's been a while since I played this. I love this game. I really do. It's like, it manages to be like the most stressful, but also chillest survival game ever. Like, I don't know. It's so tranquil and yet also equally so stressful all at the same time. We should be grabbing stuff like the rose hips and the mushrooms. We can use those to make teas if we need to get warm as well. We shouldn't be ignoring that stuff. Okay, so here's the river. Now let's head this way up along the river. What's this red thing over here? Oh, a hatchet. Okay, hatchet. We don't need mittens. Oh. Is that a person? What is that over there? Probably not a person. Maybe it is. There's something on the ground over there. Like right above the... Right above the little dock thing. I don't know. There's another wolf. It wouldn't surprise me if we're supposed to go up and around the river. We tested if you can fall in the river, not in this area, obviously, but the last time, and you could. You could fall in the river. Yes. Run away, preferably away from me. Nope, you're gonna run in the direction I want to go, aren't you? Yep. Of course he is. That just means we're gonna have to fight him away again. I mean, we could try to actually shoot them. But, like, why waste? Maybe this time he'll run the other way? Nope, still no. Still gonna come right at us. Hopefully we're not missing something by not being on the road. Because we're looking for 3 different people. Where did that wolf go? Because it wasn't near the bunnies. I wonder if we can cross this bridge. It looks like no, but some of the bridges in this are like, you know, it's got the little side section you can actually walk across. Yeah, see, this one's got the little line down the middle. Okay, so we're gonna go back down and around. We could be going really far out of our way for no good reason. But I want to see what that was down in the corner. All we have to go by is that he's along the river. I wouldn't trust that bridge either. Definitely would not trust that bridge. These single wolves aren't bad. If we start dealing with timber wolf packs, take some rocks. Then I'll be sad. Timber wolves are the worst. I guess technically the cougar's the worst. The timber wolves are up there. So yeah, we want to come off the road. What if there were moose packs? Yeah, that'd be horrifying. That would be bad. I wonder if we can go through that. No, seems like no. It would show up as a transition zone if we could. Okay, the wolf is eating whatever that was. It is a body. It's probably not one of the bodies we're looking for. My torch. Another distress pistol. We don't really need to, but we're taking it anyway. Inspect corpse.
Hypothermia do weird things to people, but this feels like something different.
Oh, it is the police. So wait, is that the... Yeah, that's the constable. Okay. I was right. So that is the constable's dead body. So now we're looking for a missing patient and a missing person. I don't know why it distinguishes between them that way, but it does. And we have very little to go on.
I can't feel my hands.
Wondering if we should make another fire. It's just barely noontime. We're down to only 1 down arrow of cold, though. I don't think the cougars are in story mode, thankfully. Timberwolves have been. I don't know if they're in this area of the map. But we're at least safe from cougars. Oh, hello. I say, and then a cougar pops out of nowhere.
Nobody needs this anymore.
More matches. We don't need another can opener. We're taking it anyway. It's right here, so we might as well just start a fire. Worst case, we can replenish some of the torches that we've been using. Because we've gone through quite a few of them so far.
Oh, yeah. That's a good...
Throwing that one. It's not even worth saving. We only have 2 pieces of coal, but let's add 1. And we'll make some water. If we've got a fire going, we might as well. Those are flying. I was going to say, are they hovering around a body maybe? But no, they're just on the move. They're just on the move. Okay, let's pick this up. This up. We technically don't have to bring all of these cans with us. We have too many. See how many torches I can grab from this. These are terrible torches. That one's not bad. Okay. This is the last one we can manage. Alright, so we went along the river, across this bridge, and down over here. So there's still a lot of space to cover. Looking for needles in the haystack, essentially. I'm going to come grab this old man's beard. If we can make bandages out of it, then we can stop carrying the heavy disinfectant bottles with us. I'm thinking we just have to keep an eye out for crows. I'm guessing. Where's the... Oh, there you are. My torch was dying as I was doing that too. I was like, ooh. Things are getting a little close. We finished with the old man's beard. There's more over here. But yeah, anyway, I doubt we're looking for real live people. Yeah, I agree, Archer. I liked the idea of the cougar in its initial form or concept better than what they changed it to. But the fact that it's pretty much indestructible is what kills you. say, are you running at me? Sometimes it's hard to tell. Oh, see? Now I wasted a bullet. Wasted a bullet for nothing. I was probably overdue for that, to be honest. Okay, you're running this way. It's also the direction I want to be going. Okay, there's a little burnt out trailer over here. There are a lot of wolves. And we're not even on the game mode that has excessive wildlife. Yeah, run away. But I don't know, it feels excessive. There's a lot of them. It is hard to tell, though, since they're running away. This could be, like, the same 2 or 3 wolves. Flare shell. Food. Okay. Look like bunny tracks. Okay, now we're back at the bridge. Yes. Can we go across this? Like this? It doesn't seem like it. Yeah, no. That doesn't go anywhere on the other side, so we're definitely meant to take the bridge. I don't know if we're going to catch this one in time. There we go. We did. Yeah, imagine playing this on Interloper or Stalker. Is this torch out? Yep, ruined. Okay. You usually have to walk away from them before they're done. But if we can, we should pick them up so we can harvest them later for more sticks. Okay. So I gotta go back around. It doesn't look like there's an easy way to cut this, so we gotta go around it. At least it's not as cold. It's not like it's too windy for fire. We seem to be walking really slowly. I'm not encumbered. Miraculously. Alright, so I'd say we pretty thoroughly checked this side. I feel good about it. Go back across the death bridge. Was this a one-way trip? How do we get back across? Can you get over the waterfall? Oh, my torch is gonna go out, but... Oh, there we go. Okay, you just gotta finagle it. You just have to finagle it. Did we check this car? No. A noisemaker. Improvised explosive useful for scaring predators. Okay. Forgot about those. You can make those in survival mode, but I never do. We don't have a pry bar. We only have 3 torches left. We're going to walk without lighting this one. We can light it real quick if we need to. Yeah, we can't jump with these cardboard ankles. Okay, so we came in this road, and we kind of went up this way. So let's take this curve. And go this way. Keeping an eye out and an ear out for crows. I thought that was a stick, but it's just part of the rock. I think the wolves are afraid of the flare gun, even if you don't shoot it. Like, I think they're just naturally afraid of it. But I'm always too scared to test that theory. Because if you're wrong... Although I guess story mode would be the place to test it, right? Because you don't really die. Dead deer. No crows around the dead deer, though, so my crow theory might not work. Just gonna have to use our strong observational skills. I'm known for those. Oh, it's a cave. Speaking of strong observational skills. There's a cave right here. This wouldn't be a bad place. It's just really early in the day. Accelerant, the matches, bandages, hunting knife, cloth.
I think I can use this.
Ooh, improvised down bedroll. That's better. Now we're encumbered, but we can drop some of this stuff. We're carrying a bunch of extras. I don't need 2 can openers. Oh, let's harvest these for the sticks. We don't need the improvised knife. It weighs more too. We're just going to keep the 1 knife. And we'll drop the other bedroll. The down-filled one is warmer. Did it not get picked up, though? Wait, what? We definitely picked it up. But we don't have it. Because it would be here in tools. Here's our bedroll. Oh, it just has no picture. Okay. Okay, we can still use it, so it's fine. We're going to leave that there. Okay, the no picture thing threw me off. It's this blank spot. But we can use it, and that's all that really matters. This would be a really good spot to spend the night, but it's also, like, it's really early to be stopping for the night, you know? So we might just have to remember it's here. At least it's marked on the map now. Also, let's take a look. Let's eat the rest of that condensed milk. There wasn't very much left, so let's get rid of that. And then we'll eat a little bit more of this, like, dodgy quality food. And we will drink a soda. That'll give us food and hydration. Down. Okay. We're leaving the higher quality, but not as good. So yeah, the down-filled one is lower percentage, but it's warmer. So we're taking the warm one. Okay, back on the path. I think in story mode it probably doesn't matter very much. Any moment there's going to be like a blizzard or an aurora or something, just to punish me for choosing not to stay in the cave. I don't see anything. Like, that dead body that we saw stood out, right? Like, I could see it from across the river. I'm just trying to keep an eye out for, like, something obvious. Oh, fishing huts. Okay, that's even better than a cave. Fishing huts are better than a cave. Well, maybe not. The cave was warm on its own, so actually, fishing hut maybe not better than the cave, but... Is there a cabin? There's a burnt out cabin over there, so not one we can go inside. But it looks like some of these cabins are endurable. Can we save? Yeah. Yeah, because in story mode, you can just quit whenever you want. I was contemplating testing the wolf theory. First, I just wanted to verify if we could save first. Are those flying crows? Are they? Yeah, there's flying crows. Okay. There's a workbench right there, so that's definitely a building we should be able to get into. It'd be really weird if none of these were. Yeah. These kind of little buildings rarely have fireplaces, though. So that might be our only...
Looks like this has been here
downside. Oh, bedside tables with drawers. That's new. Nothing under the beds. Yeah, not like an Icarus. No indoor campfires. For real. Tinder plug. Notebook paper. I gotta get out of here. Nothing here is helping. I keep hearing the voices, things following me. I have this idea. If I can get behind the water, maybe the voices will stop. Where I used to go when I was little. That one place that always calmed me down. Gustavo. I wonder if that's one of the people we're looking for? Behind the water. We were like right up there at the waterfall. I didn't notice where there could be anything. Okay, ooh, bullets. Perfect. Sewing kits. Take that. Food. Magnifying lens. We have plenty of matches. We probably don't need the mag lens. Where did the wolves go? Oh, there they are. Are they missing there for a second? I swear they weren't there a minute ago. A second ago, really. Alright, some hooks and line. So we could fish if we wanted to. We really have no need to. There was a waterfall right here. We're going to push on a little bit further. It looks like this path doesn't go very much further. Oh, I guess I have a flare, too. I could be walking with my flare in my hand. Probably a better way to do that. If I misclick with a flare, you can kind of like let off the mouse and it won't actually light the flare. If you misclick with a torch in your hand, it uses a match. Even if you kind of like abort and try not to actually light it, you've already committed and it's already used the match. Again, probably not a big deal in story mode. That's a bigger deal in like Interloper where you have a limited number of matches. It's the waterfall right here. Can't get right up to it. Yeah, I feel like if that was a relevant clue, the body would be like right here. Tree on that rock looks weird. Sometimes just the landscape. I'm gonna say atmosphere, but that really wasn't the word I was looking for. In this game makes me think it's houses or something. I'm like, nope, that's just a weird shape of a rock. This path seems to go up behind the waterfall a bit. Oh yeah. Here we go.
I can imagine getting lost and freezing to death in the night. But this seems different. What the hell happened here?
Okay, we got a wet piece of paper. Wet paper. Nothing will stop the voices. Going to go deeper somehow. Weigh myself down where they can't find me, where it's cold enough and dark enough. Ooh. Okay. All right, so check one here. So we got one over here, this one, and now I'm guessing we got to go over to like this side, and that's where the third one will be. If I had to guess. I'm still curious why it distinguishes missing patient versus missing person. Like, why are we specifying that differently? Maybe the person is that, Martin? Was that his name? Because they've referenced Martin wandering off a couple of times now. That was a weird little lighting glitch. Got bright all of a sudden. There's been a couple mentions in the story about Martin wandering off, so I'm wondering maybe the missing person is going to be Martin. We've gone past two really decent places to spend the night, so hopefully we come across a third. I just don't want to be killing too much time, you know? We got to keep it moving. Keep moving forward. And you're definitely rewarded for exploring the POIs. I don't know that I would have gone looking for that path up behind the waterfall. Without there having been a note specifically kind of directing towards the waterfall. Walking up a hill is always the most stressful because there could be a wolf like right on the other side of it. And you don't know. You just crest the hill right into a wolf or a bear or a moose. Any of those things. Yeah, or all three together. A wolf, a bear, and a moose. All of them together. There's a deer up there. More deer. More deer. Feels kind of safe when you see the deer. The wolves will hunt the deer, so if there's just deer chilling, and it kind of gives me a hopefully not false sense of security. That is a different house over there. There's a building right there. So I think that's our goal for the night. That building right there. Is getting dark. And maybe there's a clue to our last person. This looks very muskeggy. Hopefully we don't fall through this ice. None of it looks that bad. Famous last words and all that. Yeah, or a crazed murderer. It's where the murderer lives. All that's very ominous. It makes me feel like we're going to run into a murderous NPC. The good news is those are usually cutscenes, not something I'll randomly have to suddenly fight. That would give me a heart attack. Alright, there's crows right there, which means there's a dead body right there. Dead body of something. That's a little stone house. Oh, crap. Okay, that ice was cracking. The door is broken off of the little stone house, so it might not actually be... Oh, that's a moose. Okay. Moose! Confirmed! Let's not do that. Okay. So there is a fireplace, though. We could pop our bedroll down. Blue flare. We've got books. It is warm in here. It's not cold. So I'm thinking it's getting dark. We stay in here. And we avoid the moose in the morning. Go pet the moose. We learned that lesson. All right, let's see. I'm going to use our cardboard matches. I don't care if we waste a couple of those. We do need more torches. We got to make that a priority coming out of this. I'm encumbered, but we also have like a crazy amount of food on us, like canned food. We're carrying a lot of weight in canned goods. And fire logs are heavy. Alright, that gives us 2.5 hours. Let's make some water. 2 slots here, perfect. Yeah, 2 slots. And let's make the peaches. "14 minutes, 16 minutes on the snow." What can we do in our backpack? Let's take a look. Okay, so this is better. We're going to rip this thing apart. Little scarf thing. And then I think just socks are the only other thing we could potentially break down. Climbing socks are better than wool socks. I always forget that. So let's harvest up our other socks and then see if we can repair some. Ooh, 6 minutes till burnt. I was about to say, how long is all this taking? How much time is passing? 31 minutes until boiled. We're nice and toasty warm now because of that. Alright, let's try to repair some of this stuff now. It's sounding very windy outside. So we might be stuck in this little place for a while. Drink the water. 20 minutes on the fire. We're going to put in the other fire log. And then we're going to try to repair stuff. I'm hoping that inside, like if we're not near the fire, oof. The moose is walking this way, which is not great. Not great. Anyway, I'm hoping that we can sleep if the fire goes out. We're not really set up for keeping this fire going all night long. The wind stopped. So there's that. We have way too many cans, so I'm actually going to drop some here. We're only going to keep those 2. Let's take some torches. That's a good torch. That's a good torch. Not great. Not great. Okay, let's put down our bedroll. Okay. The glitch bedroll appears to actually be gone now. We tested it to make sure we really had it. But now it is gone. It should be right here. Alright, we shouldn't have taken the cursed bedroll at all. We shouldn't have taken the cursed bedroll because now I can't sleep. We've got to get back to this cave. So we're backtracking. That's a good torch. The moose is right there. At least it's not an aurora. That would make this incredibly extra unpleasant. I'm a little annoyed that we have to do this, but it's okay. It just came out today. There's bound to be some bugs and weirdness. The good news is it's not super cold. I am, however, going to be looking at my map like a million times. We really need to be down on the water, though, I think. That looks like the fastest way to get back to the cave. Looked like there was something here. There is. That's a lot of matches. Yeah, match is definitely not a problem. Yeah, we're only at half tiredness. So this isn't like a deadly adventure. I mean, this might be a record, actually. I don't want to jinx myself, but, like, we're still at full health. Yeah. Okay, his eyes were glowing a little green, which freaked me out, but, we're fine. I love having the map. I love having the map. I love having the map that shows me where I actually am. Because even once you fill in the map in survival, it doesn't show you where you are. Alright, we're gonna need to switch torches here in a second. Up here. Well, there's the dead deer, so yeah, we're right here at it. We're right here. We're just gonna sleep in the cave for a bit. It was warm in the back of the cave, so I'm not gonna... We're letting this torch go out. We're not in need of food or anything to be worth trying to harvest that deer. It's my footprints from earlier. Just a little dark in here. Alright, we're back to our not cursed bedroll. Take it. There we go. Alright, we're only going to sleep for like 2 hours. Let's just make sure we're not freezing to death. We can sleep in a couple short increments. It looked like our temperature was going up, though. Yeah, our temperature's definitely going up. Now it's the middle of the night. So let's sleep for 5 hours. See how that does for us. Okay, the sun is just starting to come up. Let's take a look at our food. What else can we craft? I wanted to make some, yeah, let's make some old man's beard dressings. And we can ditch the antiseptics. All right, so we can make those. We don't need to make extra bandages. Gonna eat some snacks. Now that means I can ditch this. So those bandages work as antiseptic, so we can save some weight by dropping a bunch of those. I keep the books. I don't know why I'm holding on to her gloves. They just seem like they're special gloves. So I'm holding on to them. But we are very encumbered. I didn't realize we got that heavy. What else did I pick up? We don't need a second distress pistol. I'm gonna drop it. We're gonna harvest this. Yeah, I'm not sure what else we picked up. And we're not even carrying our bedroll. It is getting cold. Yeah, we'll have to assess that. Yeah, maybe the moose found somewhere else to be. We can head back that way. Maybe. Minnie Blue just popped up behind me. She needs something. So I'm going to be right back. I'm actually going to put up the be right back screen, so I don't know. It'll probably just be a minute, but I'll be right back, guys. And I'm back. I kind of saw that coming. Her throat's a little bit sore. I think it's the postnasal drip. Pollen's been like crazy bad. But at bedtime, she was like, nope, I don't want to take anything. I don't need any medicine. Like, okay. So yeah, she popped up around the corner to be like, can I have some medicine? I'm like, you need to get it together, kid. Tomorrow's state testing, so it's just a problem, you know? For them to actually be sick. I'm like, of all times. Yeah. State testing is the worst. What am I so heavy with, though, for real? It's gotta be the food. I think we got enough that we don't need to be carrying the dog food cans. They're heavy. They're gross. We can't warm them up. So we'll keep the things that we can warm up, like peaches and beans. That still puts us at 72 pounds. Let's harvest this one really bad torch. We are cold while we're doing this, too. It's not great. Oh, we're carrying 21 sticks. That could potentially be part of the problem. Yeah, instead of the Daisy command, we need a mini blue command. It's far more relevant lately. Okay, we have tons of matches. We're gonna drop all these cardboard ones. Famous last words and all that, but I think we're probably good. It's snowing outside, which is not ideal. So we were... It didn't mark that building because it wasn't really a building we could go in. But I think we were like here is where we got back on the river. Actually, not that much more space. Let's grab our torch in case we need it. When I was streaming during the day, it was a lot bigger of an issue. That Daisy would pop up and be distracting. We had a command for her when she, like, jump scared me by barking at the neighbors or the mailman. It's very cold. This is probably not worth it. I don't feel like sticking to the road is the right call. This little section of the map, I think, is like the spot we really haven't been to yet. We should be heading that way. I was kind of hoping that building would have a clue for us. Early morning. We're saving the game. And then we're going to try to point the flare gun at the dog and see if we get attacked. Walking away from me, so... Okay, yeah. Alright, having the distress pistol, it ran away, scared of us. Okay. Okay, that's the stone building, so we're right back where we were, where we left off. Daisy's voice is finally back. After like a week and a half, her voice is finally back to her sounding like herself. I was starting to think that she was just going to be, like, broken voiced forever. But she's good. Right, we want to be staying away from the moose, obviously.
Did I say I hate being cold? Because I really do.
It is very cold. Probably could have popped back into that building just to warm up a bit. Too late now, we've come too far. If we get to the end of this little section and there's still no third person, I'm not really sure where else we haven't been. Oh, that's a different building.
Through another night.
That is a different building. Still just a shell of a building.
I've never felt so cold in my life.
Not even sheltered from the wind in here. We're gonna have to just light a fire. Now we are taking health damage from being too cold. So let's find a spot. Okay. There's been a couple like abrupt lighting changes. That was another one. A very abrupt lighting change. We don't need a big fire. We heat up like a cup of coffee or tea. I didn't actually go into the fishing hut, no. So yeah, I guess if we don't find it, that could be a potential spot to loop back to. That's the only, like, POI spot that I ignored. Didn't even occur to me that there might be a body or clue inside of that, honestly. My mindset was on survival mode. Where unless you need to fish... 95% chance of success. I forgot there for a second that we're actually looking for something other than just
Come on,
food.
Fire.
The moose aren't technically scared of anything. You can kill a moose with a flare gun hit if you hit it just right. You have to hit it just right. Let's make another cup of coffee. I guess we're hungry enough. We could cook the, we could make some peaches. Or beans. Let's make beans. Have I tried to kill it with a flare gun? No. Have I shot a flare gun at it? Yes. I haven't tried to kill one. Eat it. I've never successfully killed a moose. Alright, hypothermia risk is clear. I'm not sure if that coffee is going to stay warm long enough for us to take it after the beans warmth wears off. Where are we at? Oh, okay. I didn't even realize this was part of the map that went that far. Energy bar.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Don't need that. Start leaving stuff behind that I don't need. Especially in story mode. In the first couple chapters when I played, I spent a lot of time getting super encumbered with stuff that I wanted, but then when you hit a transition part of the story, you lost all your stuff. I'll never forget my super slow walk out of, like, up to the cave in Pleasant Valley. Because those are timber wolves. Ugh. God, I hate timber wolves. Can they get to me across the water, though? There they are. I hate them. Okay, that hit him. Yeah, I got bruised. Okay, we hit another one. Okay, they're scared of us. Temporarily. If you break the morale of a pack, that same pack will generally leave you alone for a little bit. That wolf is still on fire from the flare gun. Oh no! It's still going. But yeah, generally the same pack will still, like, run scared from you for a little while. We've come across everything now, knock on wood. Again, don't want to jinx myself. But we've come across everything except a bear. There's buildings over here. I can't believe this wolf is still glowing. And a cougar.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
But I don't know if they put the cougar into the story. That barely made a difference. These might be different packs. I'd really like to get into this building.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I really don't like timber wolves. Well, that's fun. Little bunny statue. Oh. Oh, hello. Trapdoor.
Frozen in place. How does this happen? I need to get one of these bodies back to Larson's clinic.
Wait, we have to...
Autopsy's the only way I'll get...
Okay, she said autopsy's the only way I'll get an answer, but it cut off in the middle of her talking. Oh, thank
No,
God
that's
that was a
not what I would have
cutscene.
expected, honestly. Larson was clearly onto something, based on his notes and the questions he was asking. And those other bodies, the other missing people he mentioned in his notes from months ago. But how do they connect to these new bodies? What I can't figure out is that there's no obvious external cause of death. Nothing you'd have expected. No predation, no obvious injuries. If not for... I'd have said something maybe like a heart attack or hypothermic hallucination, but... this body, it's like the others in Larson's notes. This person died with water in their lungs. Salt water. They drowned. It makes no sense.
I was ready to freak out if I had to carry a dead body past all those Timberwolves.
Astrid?
Over here, Jane.
There you are.
I found some of the missing people.
Any of them still alive?
Unfortunately.
Okay. And?
I just completed an autopsy. And what I found... well... it doesn't make sense.
Does it have anything to do with what's going on with Freya?
I can't be sure. But until I know more, just stay close to her, okay?
A friend is with her right now.
Go to her. Stay with her. Don't let her out of your sight.
Astrid, you're scaring me.
There's just too much about this situation that doesn't make sense.
You sound like you know what's going on.
I don't. But I'm starting to build a theory.
Well, while you do that, can you check in on Terry?
Terry?
Yeah, our local DJ. He's really just a kid from the city, but he's been running a radio station from the old hut outside of town.
Wait, is this the conspiracy guy?
So you've heard of him. Some people in Cooper's mentioned they hadn't heard from him in a couple of days. They're worried, and Terry's the one broadcasting the quarantine message. So if we want anyone to hear it and come to help...
I get it. No message, no help. I'll take a look.
Be careful, Astrid.
Get back to Freya. I'll be fine.
Really, be careful. I don't know what we'd do without your help.
I also forgot for a second that she's a doctor. And I was like, what is she doing autopsying people? We get an achievement for completing the autopsy of a missing townsperson. Okay, so he's up here. So we have to go up and all around that path. It's morning, but it's snowy and cold. Let's go inside. Hey, Lunas, good to see you. Okay, that's right. There's nowhere to have a fire in here, so we can warm up a bit. But not a ton. Constable's office is right around the corner. We could do that, or really, like, let's just craft something else. What can we do? Let's make the mushrooms. Let's do the mushrooms. We can do the rose hips. We can make these into teas to keep us warm if we need to as well. Let's make our fishing tackle. The further into the day it gets, the warmer it will be.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
It's 72. How hungry am I? Kind of hungry. Let's drink a soda. And then should have started with the granola bars and stuff first, although it didn't fill up my drink meter, so it's fine. Let's just eat some of this stuff. Then we can drink some water. We're still encumbered, but let's just be honest. That's not going to change. We're nearly full warmth. The rain is over. Let's
now
grab...
to find that radio hut.
Grab a flare. We'll keep that out. This is the right path, right? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hey, George, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everyone. Ursa Russian, good to see you. Tim, welcome. All right, radio tower is this way.
Looks like the way to the radio hut.
Excellent observation, Astrid. I'm hoping this is a nice safe walk. It's cold. We've got 3 downy arrows of cold again.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
This is what we're in for now. She's gonna be listening to Astrid whine about being encumbered from now on. Is that a snowmobile? It is. Always said how crazy it is that there's not snowmobiles. Like, we're on this random Canadian island that's covered in snow and there's no snowmobiles. So we can't use it, but it's here. It's in here as background, which is cool. It would be cool if we could fix it and ride it. I wish. Welcome, Hey Design. Good to see you. You'll be fine. I almost picked up that stick, but I'm not going to do it. I am not going to do it. Not going to pick up any sticks. I was just thinking that. Sarah's probably thinking snow machine. Radio tower's right up here. I said that and I was just looking. I'm like, ooh, sticks. No. No sticks.
Must be that guy Terry's hut.
No sticks.
Good place to hide out if you want to get away from people in town, I guess.
It's not that far of a walk from town, too, so... You're still kind of connected. Civilization. Alright, I think
Smoke from the chimney. Good. Looks like someone's home.
Don't need the torch out for this. No sticks. Look, another snowmobile. All right. I love that they added that in. It just felt like such a obvious thing. We're very cold. And cutscene.
Look, I'm gonna bring them back, okay? I promise.
Excuse me, are you Terry?
He might be a little high.
Yeah, look, you didn't have to come all the way up here. I just need them for a bit longer, and then I'll bring them back. Wait, you're here about the batteries, right?
Batteries?
Yeah, car batteries. I just needed some fresh ones. It's like 9 out of 10 are completely fried, so it takes a while to find enough to get it working.
I'm not here about the batteries.
Okay, so... Wait, who are you anyway?
Get what working?
Huh?
You said it takes a while to find enough batteries to get it working.
Oh! You better come inside, because that's a story.
He just tossed it away.
Okay, so about 10 days ago, Doc Larson asked me to start broadcasting a quarantine message. He was worried about what he was seeing in the town. Some weird sickness, people going missing, something with the dogs, too. You know, it's not the kind of thing I usually do with the radio, but I could tell it was important.
So this is before the power went out?
Yeah, before the lights in the sky and all the electronics went dead.
So, how did I hear you?
Huh? What?
I heard your message from the radio tower in Pleasant Valley after the lights in the sky.
Right, so even though the power was dead, some things were still working. Not well, but well enough.
So he said 10 days.
The TV or radio in your house would suddenly come to life and then die again, almost as quickly. And I'm pretty sure that's even what triggered the fire at the mill.
People in town seem to think it was arson.
I think they want to believe that because it's easier than thinking everything electronic is suddenly trying to kill us, right? Anyway, I realized that if I hooked up a car battery to the radio, it wouldn't flicker on and off and on and off as much when the aurora was in the sky. So I grabbed all the batteries I could find and have been using them to power my transmitter, to broadcast the quarantine message like Doc Larson asked me to. And other stuff.
What other stuff did you do with the radio?
Okay, so anyway, I've been broadcasting this message for days. Doc Larson had gone missing by then, and people were freaking out. People were going missing. Some turned up dead. We didn't know what to do about the quarantine. So I kept broadcasting, but this time asking for help. And then out of the blue, I got a response.
You did?
Yeah. Some guy. He asked about a doctor? He was cutting in and out.
Right. He was looking for me.
Whoa. Okay. I tried to tell him Doc Larson was already missing. I could hear him, but he couldn't hear me.
So that's the conversation I overheard.
Okay, but that's not the interesting thing.
There's more.
Yeah. 2 things. First thing, a few days ago, I picked up a distress signal. I couldn't make sense of it, because it was a lot of gibberish and maybe not all of it in English. I don't know, I was a little high. Then, I realized it was coming from a ship, but it wasn't on any of the normal frequencies, and it didn't make sense.
Did they broadcast coordinates?
No. But I was able to figure it out, based on signal strength. The signal came from the bay just north of town. Desperation Bay. I meant to check it out myself, but frankly, I'm scared as shit to leave this place. I think there's probably a murderer out there.
Point it out on a map and I'll see what I can find. What's the second thing?
Okay, second thing. This one is especially cool, like something big. About a week ago, I was just minding my own business, rotating the shortwave around to see what I could pick up. And something absolutely massive came through. This was just before the power went out, now that I think about it.
What do you think it was?
No idea. But whatever it was, the signal was powerful enough to take out my favorite unit. I've never seen anything like it. Just fried it, just then and there. I mean, I had to dust off this archaic museum piece to keep broadcasting it. It literally uses vacuum tubes, for crying out loud. How else am I gonna keep calling for a doctor or someone to help protect us from the murderer?
Terry, what do you think the signal was?
I've never seen or heard anything like it before. Signal monitor was off the charts. It just buried the needle and then some. I'm telling you, I don't know what it was, but what I can tell you is...
Yes, Terry?
It came from up there.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear. Okay, cargo ship, mysterious radio signal, Desperation Bay.
Desperation Bay sounds like a great place to go. Generator. That's a cool view of the town. All right, so it's very cold. We can't go back inside this building. It was just for the cutscene. He just verified the 1-week timeline, though. Because he said that the quarantine message was going out 10 days ago, before the power got messed up. And then said that
My fingers feel numb.
the power thing was a week ago. So yeah, apparently all this has taken place over the course of 1 week. Where are we going, by the way? Up here. Okay. Got it. Got it. We can stop in somewhere warm on the way. Looks like Constable's office, maybe? Because it's very cold. That doesn't seem worth lighting a fire out here.
You're awesome!
Luna, thank you so much for continuing to be a member. Hypothermia risk.
Goddamn, freezing.
We're almost there, Astrid. Good night, Archer. We're almost there. You'll be fine. That wind sounded like growling. Definitely just sounded like growling. I guess because, like, depending on how quickly you move through the story, right? And I wasn't necessarily the fastest. We've gone through a lot of days of gameplay. You know what I mean? Like, it definitely took more than 7 days. How we passed the Constable's office. We do need to get warm. We slept more than 7 times every chapter before this.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, let's go back and verify. Yeah, we cannot open this cell door. Matches. Left those behind the last time. It's gonna come in here. I was gonna kill some time. But I don't need... Make a fire. There's nothing to craft. Let's sleep for like an hour. Oh yeah, we can run. It just drains your energy circle a lot. And we don't have great stamina because we're encumbered. Okay, so now that was perfect. Now it's only 1 down arrow of cold. So it was the perfect afternoon nap. But yeah, you'll see our little stamina bar at the bottom, and then we get 3 downy arrows on our tiredness circle. So I try not to run unless I need to. Is this... No, this is wrong.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I missed a turn again. It was right here. This turn. Because this time we're going up, but turning before we get to the mill. The survival game fallacy thing where you need to eat like 3 whole deer every morning and drink 50 liters of water every day. Just like that. Not being able to jump or not even jump, not being able to step up in this game is probably one of the most annoying things. Like, you're telling me I couldn't step up this step? This is probably a bad example because I'll kind of go around it, but no, you can't. I can't step up that. The weird metal reinforcement walls seem odd. Okay, there is a wolf there. But we did test the theory on this thing. Feel pretty good about it. Right? It did look like a zombie barricade. That's what I'm saying. What a weird, like... thing. Alright, time to prove the... Okay, it was... I mean, he was coming at me. We murdered him. And I maybe should feel bad about that, but I don't. But he was not running away from it that time. Okay, so there's like a bus here. Destroyed path. Okay, so now we've got to go up to this cave. Knew it wasn't going to be that easy. Alright, so if that's going to be the case, I don't know what about it worked the first time, but not that time, you know? Like, was it distance? Was it where it was in the animation? I'm not sure. So it's unreliable. And we're just going to go back to walking with our torch. Because that feels safer. Bunnies. It is a bit odd to have so much food that it's not even worth harvesting that wolf or catching any bunnies. Because we don't need the hides. Like in survival mode, you can still get the hide and the guts and stuff for crafting. But, I'm not going to be around long enough to be crafting stuff out of hide and guts. We're circling something. Okay. There's a log to cross right there. How do I get up there? Oh, right there. Does that work? Can I take that as a path? Can we get up here with our little non-climbing cardboard ankles? Kind of. This feels like it's gotta be the way. It's just a matter of, like, how do we get up here? This has to be the path, though. Maybe we can get on it from the other side? Yeah, looks like maybe this path. Yes, this is it. This side. See? But seriously, we couldn't have stepped up that little piece of snow? Makes no sense. And then across here. It'd be awesome if at the end of whatever happens over here, it's also a magical cutscene back to town. It's just a regular old frozen corpse.
Probably useful.
How close are we to this cave? Not far. None of this has been super far apart so far. Getting cold. I'm guessing this is going to be the kind of transition cave that's going to require lighting.
Drop any of this gear.
Oh, maybe not. It's actually not too dark in here. That's a nice change. Left or right? Go right. Why is the music in this cave so ominous? Like, I'm starting to think this is where the murderer is going to jump out at us. Because it is exceptionally ominous music in here. Desperation Bay. Okay. A cry for help at the lighthouse. That doesn't seem too far away. Probably going to be something horrible between us and the lighthouse just because it's so close.
It's getting kind of heavy.
Maybe not. It really is just right here. This would be a terrible path for them to put a bear on. Like, you can't really take out a bear very well with a revolver. And we didn't go in every single house, but I doubt we missed a rifle. Hey, birds! We don't need the birds, so be free. I mean, it was just standing right there. Okay, we didn't need the bird. We don't have rifle ammo either. Now we have a stink squiggle. We're probably gonna drop that bird. Alright. What are we looking for in here? Find the way to Desperation Bay. I mean, we did that already. We're here.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Don't need the ragged jeans.
A map.
Whoa!
Looks like the lighthouse overlooks Desperation Bay.
It's super startling when it does that thing and grabs the camera. Painkillers. More peaches. More caves. Okay, so Desperation Bay is bigger than it seemed at the beginning. It goes on much further than you would have thought.
This will come in handy.
Okay, we can go down into the scary lighthouse basement. Jeez. What the heck? Why does it have such a scary basement escape path? I don't actually want to leave. Let's torch our way back out of here so we can actually see something. But honestly, like, why does it have such a scary escape path? I'm guessing that would bring us out to, like, the ice instead of the road where we came in. That's, like, water level. Not what I expected, though, when I took the downstairs. Now we will go to the upstairs. It's giving medieval tower. No, for real. This lighthouse is a lot bigger than the one in, is it Desolation Point? It's Desolation Point that has the other lighthouse. A book and a hunting knife. Don't need either of those.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Probably not. Astrid, stop complaining.
A cargo ship.
Ah.
Looks like it's locked in the ice. How do I get out there? That must be the ship Terry heard the message from.
How do we get over there? Huh. It's interesting that, like, it's still showing the lighthouse as the point. It's gotta be ice level that you come out. It makes me feel like if I, we're not done here, because it hasn't updated to showing the next location. I'm thinking that's what we do. We go out the creepy basement exit.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
It looks like it would be the fastest way to get where we're going. It's getting dark. I don't know if I really want to waste the rest of the day staying in the lighthouse, though. Just fumbling around in this dark pathway.
This must be Desperation Bay. What a rugged landscape.
Okay, yeah. So we had to go out the creepy basement door. Now we have to get over here. Investigate the ship. It looks like if we go around it, we should be able to get to it from the other side. We just gotta be careful crossing all the ice. definitely don't want to crash through the ice. And we're encumbered, so...
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Deal with it, Astrid. We might have to drop stuff. We're not so crazy encumbered that I think it'll be a huge problem. Is that a cave? Looks like a cave. Is a cave. I forgot we were stinky. It's not ideal. Look at all the matches. What was that game? It was Green Hell. This reminds me of Green Hell when you die and everything from your like backpack just kind of explodes out around you. So when you get back to your stuff, it's just like some of it's with your bag, some of it's not with the bag. I definitely don't need this bird though. We have so much other food. We wasted the pigeon. It's a snack there in case we have to go back that way. It looks like straight through that way is a path we could take. So let's head for that, hopefully. Fish. That'll be heavy. Raw salmon is heavy. If we were further into this or had less food, all of this stuff would probably be really exciting, you know? Like the bird, a random fish. A plethora of bunnies running around. But we still have a ton of food, and we haven't even touched our MRE yet. We're still carrying around an MRE, too. So I think that that's definitely more of a benefit for the harder difficulties. Or difficulty, right? There's only one level higher than what we're playing. Water. Random. And chips. Oh yeah, here, again. Just like an explosion of stuff. What happened
Nobody
here?
needs this anymore.
Okay, so do we take... Take the path up and around, or do we see if we can walk on this ice? That part right there looks sketchy. That part looks real sketchy. And there is a waterfall right there. Let's just test it out. We can always come back around. Oh. Oh, we're gonna fall through. Yep. I was gonna say, we're not gonna make it.
Wait. Oh, so cold.
Okay. Get off the ice, get off the ice, get off the ice. Now this is the problem, is getting back up there. Where we were. So we make it up this hill. Okay, the extra... Bad weather isn't helping us here. That looked like ice that would have been safe. Okay, this is not the right way. Although... maybe it is. We're backtracking a bit more. But... we can go back to the cave where we left the bird. Because we've got to start a fire. I mean, it might even be worth going all the way back to the... lighthouse. Because then we're inside. Let's try for the cave. And just see if we're warm enough in the back of the cave. If we're not,
carry this load for much longer.
Then we'll move up to the lighthouse. Cave is what, right there? I get distracted with more loot. We're already encumbered in frozen clothes. And I stopped to pick up more stuff. And we're too cold to run. Usually the very back of caves are warm. And we're gonna see. Yeah, see, we get back here and it's warmer. It's only one little thing, but... okay, wood matches, use a book. Yeah, if we're coming back here to hang out, we need the fish. We need
Come on,
the
little fire.
fish.
Come on. I'm gonna need to rest soon.
Okay. Let's add... let's get this up to an hour. Now let's look at our clothes. Everything's frozen. Fantastic. Fantastic. I think stuff dries faster on the ground. I don't know if that's actually true. We're gonna try it. If anything, I think I might warm up better not in my frozen clothes. Like, we really fell in the water. Like, sometimes you can fall in the water and just, like, your bottom half is wet. But we really went all in on the... straight into the water thing. The problem here is that we don't have... still warm. Okay, it's really stormy outside. We don't have much fuel.
I just need to close my eyes.
We're very, very tired. The hypothermia will do that. Here we go. All right, let's sleep for an hour. Okay, that warmed us up fully. All right, 31 minutes on the fish. We've got an hour on the fire. It's just getting to be nighttime. 35% wet, 14% wet. Okay, so some of the stuff is drying. probably gonna have to...
I am too tired to think straight.
Go through most of our sticks. For what little they will give us. Hey Pat, good to see you. And hypothermia lasts... Yeah, we're gonna remain above freezing for 10 more hours. So we just have to hope that the back of this cave stays good. Okay, so some of our stuff is dry. The gloves are dry. T-shirt is dry. Did we put them right on? We did. Okay. We're rocking a really interesting look at the moment. Let's eat the fish.
I would drink almost anything about now.
And we will drink some water. Is anything else of our stuff dry? No. I'm gonna add enough fuel, get back above an hour, and then we're gonna sleep for another hour. And just assess our temperature and our clothing. I think if we're gonna stay warm without the fire, yeah, most of our clothes are dry. Okay, those are still wet. That tracks. The jeans still being wet when everything else is dry, and the combat pants. That tracks. We're still plenty warm though. If we click on the bed, feels like 69. But if that fire goes out, that could be the end of us. I'm gonna get this back to an hour. And we're gonna sleep for another hour. In 28 minutes. What do we look like now? More normal. We've got our long johns on, so we're looking a little more normal than we did before. And now our pants are all dry. Okay, moment of truth. We're gonna let this fire go out. And we're going to try to sleep for like 6 hours. If we die... it was nice knowing you. Yeah, we woke up freezing. Dang it. That's what I was afraid of. Yeah, now we have another 12 hours. Our hypothermia reset. I was afraid that was going to happen because it feels like 6 degrees.
I just want to lay down for a bit.
Even with all of our stuff. We're down to 8 sticks. This is not ideal, guys. Not ideal. In the storm that's outside, the blizzard, I'm not sure I could find my way back to the lighthouse. Which would have been the only place that we would have been, like, guaranteed to be warm.
Perfect.
Oh, hey, the storm's over. Of course it is. Of course it is. So now the question is...
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Do we try to get back to that? I'm thinking that we do. How windy is it? Because theoretically, we just came out of that creepy basement door. It was like right this way. Yeah, I was afraid of that. It's too windy for the torch.
I need to find a place to rest.
We're about to get very cold again. But we don't have enough fuel. So if we're going to make it, we need to get back inside the lighthouse. It should be this way. Are we not wearing our big jacket? No, we are. I don't know if we're heading out to, like, the creepy basement entrance. Or if this is taking us to the actual entrance. Oh, yeah, no, creepy basement. We're back at the creepy basement. All right, let's,
I'm so tired I could lay down right here.
Oh, no, we're going to do the bad torch. I hate that if you do it through the radial wheel, it automatically does your best torch. Like, I want to work from worst torch to best. Especially if I'm lighting a torch just so we can make it through this path.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
I don't want to use my really good torch for that. Alright, but once we're up here, I think there were fire logs here too. They're heavy, but I'll probably grab them. Unless I'm crazy. Really thought there were, though. Yeah, there are. So we'll take those with us. Now that we have no other firewood. I mean, I could break down a chair and stuff, too. But right now we're tired, so let's sleep for like 5 hours. We'll be warm. We should really try to kick the hypothermia before we head out of here. Okay, the sun's just coming up. We still have hypothermia for 7 more hours. Oh, hey, we got well fed. Sweet. We're not encumbered anymore because we got the well fed bonus. I completely forgot that that was going to be a thing. I completely forgot about that. All right, let's sleep for like 3 more hours. We're going to be exhausted. Hypothermia keeps you on like the 3 down arrows of exhaustion. It's the worst. Okay, we're thirsty. And we have 4 more hours to stay above freezing. It's almost noontime. Let's break down one of these chairs. See, that like took it out of us. And we're encumbered again. Who's shocked? We didn't get much of a break from the complaining. By the time we sleep off this hypothermia, it's gonna be the next day. Like, we probably have to sleep through the whole night. Yeah, I'm looking at that. This is like a perfect ending spot, too. Because 1 more hour, so we'll be good. We're like actually in a safe spot, and we kind of fell back on our progression. And so next time, we'll pick up with trying to get back to the ship. This time, we're not going to try to walk along the ice. We learned our lesson. It went horribly wrong, and we're going to take the path up and around. We will take the long way. Shortcuts are actually long cuts if you end up falling in the ice and you have to back it up a bit. So we're going to call it here. Next time we'll pick up with that. I think we're probably going to play again on Thursday. I'm really excited to be back into this, and I want to see how the story goes. So we'll probably pick this up again on Thursday, and then maybe we'll go back to Icarus on Sunday or do this for a couple. I don't know. I'll probably put that on the Discord when I make those decisions. You can usually see it there first. Otherwise, the streams go up on YouTube on the day of. So if you enjoyed tonight's stream and you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. And until then, have a good one, everybody.